Namaste, witchlings. Hello. Oh, hey. Ah, door's open. Hold on. Oh, I can't find my other thingy that I was using to close the door with. It's- Okay, so I have a new chair. It is pink. It is comfy. It puts my head up, which is better for my neck. I am happy. We are good. Okay. Oh, don't mind me. I'm a little sleepy, groggy today. Had DBT this morning, so I am kinda wee today. I apologize for being 10 minutes late. Come on, this is me we're talking about, though. We're shocked that I'm only 10 minutes late. All right. I'm drinking Snapple Peach tea today. Oh, cleaning up my mess. All right. All right. Go. How is everyone today? Itchy head. All right. Checking in. All right. Do. Oh. Oh, goodness. I am so sorry. I'm yawning at you guys. So, we are going to, for the hair, and let's get started. So, I already took care of trimming the wick while I was getting everything ready for today. Okay. It is Pride Month. How is it already June? Holy cheese whiz. I have my wonderful Pride buttons here on my desk. This one's one of my favorites. I love this one. Um, these all hung out on my lanyard for work when I was at Torrid. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them now that I'm no longer at Torrid. All right, now our candle, peace and blessings for all of our LGBTQ family and a speedy healing for my neck. It is not as itchy today, which is so wonderful. I have been having an itchy reaction to the adhesives that they used on me. Today I'm having a much better day. It's not as itchy. I did manage to take a shower last night, which is helpful. Oh, I'm so grateful. Um, I'm a little irritated. Oh, the stitches are itching today, which is all. So that is a very good thing. So we shall get started with our cards once I grab my notes. All right. Oh, clickety click. All right. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. All right. Notes. Where are my notes? There's my notes. Boom. Boom. Right. Minimize that. All right. Messenger is saying I have a message and I'm not being able to find out why, but hello, puppy girl. Oh, she comes in. She says hi. she turns around and leaves. All right. So, our first card today, Ace of Swords. Look at you. You are bursting with sparkly new ideas. You ever doing something mindless and mundane like folding the laundry or washing the dishes, and suddenly you get the absolute best idea ever, as if it just tumbled down from the sky and fell right into your head? Oh, comments are not showing up on Instagram. Let me check. Oh, that's YouTube. That is. Oh, hello, Vanna. I see you on Instagram. Um, yeah, if I'm not looking at Instagram, I don't see the Instagram comments, which sucks. Okay, so where are we? There we are. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Fell right into your head, the idea. So, as humans, we have thousands upon thousands of thoughts every single day. This card, this card here, this card represents one of those, oh my God, that's it breakthroughs that don't happen super often. Now that you've been offered this remarkable gift, don't just stand there. That's not surprising. What are you going to do with this remarkable gift? Excuse me. One option is to take hold of this idea and see it through until the very end. Another option is to pass on it and wait to see if something more magical comes along. But that's a big if. Our next card, our next card is, God, that is gorgeous. The Two of Pentacles. When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. Um, Not to be dramatic or anything, but I am starting to get a wee bit overwhelmed, the witch says, and it's no wonder she feels that way. She's been juggling a lot recently. Honestly, which of us hasn't been there? We can get so caught up in certain areas of our life, especially work and school, so we end up neglecting everything else, our hobbies, our loved ones, and our sleep schedules. Oh, do we end up neglecting our sleep? I know it may not be as easy as it sounds, but you are currently being asked to get grounded and create more balance in your life before literally everything falls apart, including you. Remember that your existence is more than your productivity. Repeat after me. I am worthy of living a vibrant and well rounded life. And then finally, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. Replace your doubt with some self confidence. Even though this person has every reason in the world to love themselves, they just can't find it within themselves to do so. Perhaps you should take it upon yourself to remind them of the reasons why they should, whether this is you or someone you should know, or someone you know. Oi. How are the cards calling you out today, my dear? I get the feeling they're calling me out a bit too. Whew. Today's oracle. Today's oracle really screamed, and I love it. Today's oracle is Phoenix. How's that for a happily ever after? No matter how hopeless you may be feeling at this moment, know this: you can and will survive whatever trials you are being put through. From the ashes of the past, you shall create a storybook ending filled with beauty and resilience. All future flames will cower when they hear the whisperings of your name. Yeah, I can understand that, girl. I'm giggling at the fact that, today's oracle is my child. And The oracles are put away. Oof. Boom. We will get to today's rune momentarily. I am putting my stuff away so I don't have a huge mess to clean up. Boo, boo, boo. All right. Today's rune is. I have to look up, which direction it faces. All right. Choo. One of these days, I will remember which direction it faces. Okay. It opens to the right. Opens to the right? Nope. Opens to the right. I think that's opening to the right for you guys. Ha. It is Perdith. The divinity is Frigg. Letter is P. The symbol is the dice cup, which is interesting. The element is water. Tree is aspen and European beech. The plant is monk's hood. The stones are onyx and amethyst. Color is dark blue, and the animal is the cornel, the supposed bird to announce your fate. Here it is. It represents mysteries, the unknown, and forces at work beyond our understanding. It represents innate powers that we are unconscious of, unlocked over time by the workings of fate. The secrets of our destinies lie within this rune. Excuse me. And it can be seen as the rune of the Norns, the rulers of the past, present, and future of man. Meredith is the key to altering this destiny if applied correctly. Oh, I need a sip. Meredith represents the secrets of existence we have yet to understand, the depths, the depths of the mind and soul which we have not yet deciphered. These mysteries are things we can unlock with the right action and the right application of will, tests and trials for discovering the powers within oneself. Within Paradise rests the fathoms of our being, and through practice with the runes, we will see every secret illuminated and every mystery unclouded. Paradise can be viewed as the quote unquote game of life. When we are born, potentially from the womb of Paradise, we enter into a game of chance and risk, a game of probabilities. This game is played out upon the web of fate, the web of Erd. Paradise can be used as a tool to change the courses of fate and probability, potentially altering the web in our favor. Paradise should be meditated on when we have to leave the results of a situation for chance to decide. It is associated with the forces of luck, probability, and gambling. With the aspect of gambling in mind, it is wise to consult this rune when we count on the forces of luck or fate to be in our utmost favor. Meredith is the rune of runes. Hold on. Grr. I'm going to have to connect a different set of earbuds to my computer because this one keeps jumping out of my ear. Meredith is the rune of runes, meaning the rune of secrets. It can be related to the well of Mimir, the well that Odin sacrifices his eye into. In this well, all secrets and answers are kept, and all mystery is illuminated. With Paradise, we can clearly see the things that have come to pass and the things that will potentially come to pass if the web remains in its current state, that state being unaltered further by sorcery or other interference. Paradise suggests the disclosure of a secret. It could also refer to pregnancy and physical birth or the birth of new plans and bright ideas. Paradise is linked with the sensible and moderate enjoyment of intimacy. Because of the mystery surrounding it, common sense and prudence are called for in the interpretation of this rune. The very act of being born sets us along a course of cause and effect, action and reaction that we may choose to follow blindly or try to divine through runes or other means in order that we may better understand the lessons we will learn. Meredith is the beginning of this process as well as the tool for accomplishing it. In relationships, Meredith can be interpreted. Oh my God. Meredith can be interpreted as the fact that a partner is destined for you by fate itself. But in general, it is not directly related to love matters. In some cases, Meredith indicates good intimate compatibility. In work, it symbolizes search related or investigation related activities. Okay. In this case, it can represent a detective or a person who specializes in the search and analysis of strange, unknown, mysterious objects and phenomena. Another interpretation of the rune is the ability to make quote unquote easy money. It may indicate that a person who doesn't want to take on a job that will require significant effort but is looking for such a job so that there is less work, i.e., someone who really wants to do nothing but get paid for it. Our key takeaways here are an uncertain meaning, a secret matter, a mystery, hidden things, and occult abilities. Initiation, knowledge of your destiny, knowledge of future matters, and determining the future or your path. Pertaining to things feminine and feminine mysteries, including female fertility and the vagina. A good lot, fellowship and joy, evolutionary change, rebirth, mystery, magic, divination, fertility, sexuality, new beginnings, and prophecies. Hmm, interesting. Today's goddess. Oof, grab the box. Hold on one second. Away. Today's goddess is Ericura. She is a goddess of blooming. And there is question as to where she is from. Some sources say she is Germanic. Some sources say she is Celtic. So she is not in the Kindle book. So we are reading about her from a website that I found. I believe it is earthandstarryheaven.com. Yep, we are star stuff. A blog about mythology. Ericura, goddess of magic and the underworld. Ericura seems to have been a goddess of the underworld and prosperity, whose cult centered on southern Germany and the northwest of the Balkans. Her consort was Dispater, who accompanies her in inscriptions, a statue, and magic spells. She shares her fruitful attributes with the mothers and may be a patron of miners. Like Ritona, she is a well-attested goddess who is less well known than she should be. There are several reasons why this may be so. The inscriptions spell her name in several different ways. It's very interesting. And the fact that her name being spelled in several different ways makes her a bit more difficult to look up than others, such as Rosemerta and Nentosuleta. It's not clear whether she was a Celtic goddess, a Germanic one, or both. And unlike some of the Celtic deities whose name announces their function, Ericura's name is difficult to interpret with zero consensus as to what it means. Yes, today's rune deals with reproduction, and yes, I am well aware of yes. Um, let's see. One interesting thing about Ericura is the statues there are of her. Many of them have their heads broken off. Hmm. Um, Arakira's iconography is very similar to the mantras. Let's see. She is mentioned in inscriptions. Oh, I know there are a few about this right now. um, let's see. Deciphering her name is difficult. After all, we don't know if it's Celtic or Germanic in origin. I She could be a miner's goddess. One surprising dedication to Arakira comes from Dacia or modern day Romania. Uh, a gold mining town since the Stone Age. So when the Romans conquered the area, they continued that tradition. Ooh, I am just scrolling through here. Underworld deities usually look after the souls of the dead and ensure that they are respected by those left behind. The living sometimes have other uses for them, and the infernal deities were invoked in magic spells, another instance of the power of the dead. These were usually inscribed on lead tablets, then deposited in the earth or water, presumably to carry them to the underworld and its deities. Erikira and her consort featured in several such spells, such as the following: Pluto, or perhaps I should say Jupiter of the underworld, Erikira, Juno of the underworld. Summon now quickly the one inscribed below and hand him over to the main. Ooh. This spell comes from Noricum, also Austria, and although some describe it as a love spell, I'm not so sure. Three others come from Pannonia, two from Budapest, and one from an area in Austria. Both of the Budapest spells come from a cemetery, and one of the Budapest spells shows a good knowledge of the Roman concepts of the underworld and its inhabitants. Dispelter, Arctura, Mercurius Selenus, I dictate the following names to you and hand them over to the dreadful dogs. Infernal souls in Tartarus. Marcus, Marcia, Caraton, Secundus, and whoever may act like an opponent who will bring a curse in reply to you. Mute and silent goddess, just as the infernal souls are mute and silent, so are those who will bring a curse in reply to you may be mute and silent. Three-headed Cerberus, catch the opponents of Bellicus and keep them. Ooh, whoever was cursing this person was pretty pissed off at them. She did finally appear in Rome. Let's see. And that is all I have on her here. So, what the booklet said about her is it is your time to shine, and you're coming into your own with the assistance of Goddess of the Underworld and Prosperity, Erikira. You're being recognized for the beautiful soul you are. Get ready to blossom. All right. Hmm. All right. That is our goddess. Oop, pop this over where it belongs. I'm doing so much better about making sure that I put my stuff away once I am done using it. For people who know me, you will be shocked by this. All right. And our Namaste card. We are letting it out. We are breathing in everything good and breathing out everything negative. With every breath out, breathe out something unnecessary. Negative thoughts, emotions, memory. Whatever is weighing you down, let it out through your breath. Do this for 8 minutes. Breathing in general calms the body down and relaxes the mind. Intentionally letting go of negativity with every breath out will allow you to feel lighter and even more powerful. Very true. Yes. Oh, organization has been desperately needed for me for years, and I finally got to the point where I was driving myself absolutely batshit crazy by not having it. That and before we moved over here, when we were in the house in Bremerton, right after the ex and I split, um, my bedroom was always neat and tidy. I was able to keep my personal space clean, and the house was still chaos constantly, but my space was usually relatively tidy, about the way my office is now. And I have been like that for a while. It's just being able to maintain the common spaces. I'm getting there. I'm definitely feeling better. Ironically, today's self compassion is the storyteller. Oh, this one goes along with one of my Finch um tasks. Story do you tell about yourself that's stuck on repeat? Could you take a moment and write down the more compassionate version? So, my Finch task. I have told you guys that I have an app. It's called Finch, where I take care of a bird. She's a little finch, and she encourages me to do and one with her every week. Yep. One of my tasks with Finch is what is a negative thing that I say about myself and why do I say it? Um, I regularly call myself a dumbass or that I'm stupid or some variation thereof. And I'm not stupid. I know this. I know that in reality, but I spent how many years being told I was a dumbass anytime I made the slightest mistake by my incubator. I mean, just the slightest mistake, and she would tell me how stupid I was for making it. I am working so hard to reprogram that because while logically I know I'm not stupid, and logically I know that making mistakes is human, anytime I make the slightest mistake, I beat myself up for it for hours at the very least. If I don't beat myself up for days to weeks for slight mistakes. So that's the story that I will be attempting to rewrite today. Yeah. Today's quote. What's today's quote? I think I read that one yesterday. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, one of my favorite poets. Anything more than the truth would be too much. And that is a quote from Robert Frost. I like that. Very profound. And yes, Robert Frost is very much one of my favorite poets. I have loved his poems since I was a young child. And that is what I have for you today. Today is Tuesday. So, tomorrow I will be figuring out this week's podcast tomorrow, if not later this afternoon. Um, Podcast will be Thursday at 4:30 as always. Um, Guided meditation Friday. Same shit, different week. Come back tomorrow. Please like, share, subscribe, do the things. Spread love, spread joy, spread kindness, do the things. It is Pride Month. Please, please spread even more love and joy and kindness this month. And I will see you guys tomorrow. That's what I want.